Once again, would like to throw more light on another area that is also another area that comes into the promotion exams. Very, very important area once again. So subscribe, like, and share. We are looking at test validity. Test validity. What is test validity? Simple to explain it. So, in a layman point of view, when we are saying test validity, we explain it as what the test is intended to achieve. The test that you are giving to the learners, what are you trying to achieve? That's the layman point of interpretation of test validity. So, the intended purpose of the test that you are constructing or you want to give to your learners, that is the test validity. That's the layman point of test validity. But when we go to the technical aspect of test validity, we are talking about the soundness interpretation and the uses of the tests. The soundness interpretation and the uses of a test is what we term as a test validity. So, validity as the soundness of the test interpretation and the uses of the student assessment results is what we term as validity of a test. So, what do you intend to achieve? What is the purpose of the test that you are given? And after the test, how are you going to interpret the results or the assessment results? How are you going to interpret it? So, how you interpret and how you use the assessment results is what we term as test validity. And we can look at a lot of um, factors that may affect validity of a text. But before that, let's look at the types of test validity. One is content validity. Content validity. Then two, we have construction or construct validity. Construct validity of a test. Then the third type of validity is phase validity. Phase validity. Then the last one is criterion validity. So these are the four major types of validity of a test. One is the content validity, two is the construct validity, three is phase validity, and the last one is criterion validity. Now let's move forward to see some of the factors that may affect validity of a test. Validity of a test. One is unclear direction to the students' response to the test. If there is no clear direction to how students will respond, how students will write the exams, it can affect the validity of the test. Then two, difficult of reading vocabularies and sentences structure. If the learners, if you set the test that is so difficult and the learners are not able to get the understanding or able to read and get the understanding of the vocabularies that you have used in the test, they may find it very difficult. Then too easy or too difficult tests. If the test is too easy, too cheap, and too difficult for the learners, then validity of the test will not be fair. Then ambiguous statement in the test item. If learners read the test and they get so many meanings from the test, it may affect the validity of the test. Then inadequate time provided for learners to take the test. If the time is too short for learners to take the test, it may affect the validity of it. The length of the test. If we have so lengthy tests, it affects the validity of the text or the purpose in which you are conducting the test. It may affect it. Then test item not arranged in order of difficulties. So if you begin tests with the difficult one, learners may not attempt to answer the questions and it may affect the validity of the test or the interpretation and the uses of the test. Then inadequate pattern of answers. If learners are able to get the clues of how you have arranged the answers, they may tend to score high or score low. Then we also have administrative factors that may affect validity of the test. If there is unfair aid to the individual students who ask for help in the exams may cause the validity of the test to be less. Then cheating by students during taking the test can also affect the validity of the test. The validity of the test is very important. Then unreliable scoring of essay type answers is also one of the problems or one of the factors that may affect validity of a test. So it's very important that we look at this. Then insufficient time to complete the test, as I've mentioned. Then the physical and the psychological condition of the time of the testing is also one of the things that may affect. So if the where they are going to write the test is not conducive and they are not psychologically prepared, it may affect the learners, and this may be a problem. Then other related factors that may affect the test is the anxiety of the learner. How unsure the learner is in taking the test may affect him or her in the. Then the physical and the psychological state of the student is also one of the issues that may affect the test validity and its fairness or its interpretation and uses of it. Then responses um, set as a consistent tendency to be followed a certain pattern in responding to the test item may affect the validity of the text. So I may come back with another. So if you are interested in our tutorials, come back another time, like the video and come back for another important one. We'll look at the next topic is also very interesting. Come back again and you will not regret. Thank you. God bless everybody.